Otra vez. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Girl, 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 girl. Yeah. We are down here, girl. We was just on Hollywood Unlocked talking about Chloe and them. So we're gonna go back to the Jasmine brand because
I sponsor the now. I
Yes.
sponsor the
Let me
blog.
tell you something.
we don't have anything to talk about today. The some of the I think I can't remember who comes on Wednesdays. And y'all said Love and Hip Hop Miami is back. So I need to go. Why I don't know when things come back until I see people talking about them because I don't get ads. You know what I'm saying? Like if I get ads on like an app or something, but I don't see advertisements. You know what I'm saying? That much. So I didn't know that Love and Hip Hop Miami was back. I saw a review, so I need to go catch up. That's one of my favorite. I even love the intro. I just love it's when I tell you it's a Negro novella, if I've ever seen one, it's so dramatic. It's so dramatic, especially them sisters. Them Haitian sisters, I don't remember their names. Girl, they are a mess. The girl done fucked her man and everything else. Her sister. Yes. Yes, and she's still with him too. He's still around. He is still around, girl. Yes, her sister fucked her man, girl. And they still it's a when I tell you it's a Negro novella, go watch Love and Hip Hop Miami. It's a mess. I love it. I love it. It's such a guilty pleasure. Oh God. Y'all want to hear what MoniqueSamuels has to say as she reflects on filing for divorce? I feel like I failed myself. Okay. Oh, is she on that the wifey podcast? Oh my God. I could just tell by the couch. Girl, let me see. Yes, dear future wifey. Girl, if y'all don't change the name of that, why don't you talk to the husbands? See, this is the thing. Y'all think just because you exist that you are husband material. Stop talking to the women and trying to get them how to figure out how they can conform for some man who doesn't even believe in a higher being. He doesn't believe, he doesn't see anything outside himself. Y'all need to work on the men. And when you work on the men and get them to be good men, don't put them into relationships. I'm literally good men do not belong in marriages. They don't. They don't. They don't. I'm standing on that. That's my new hair up my ass. Good men should self actualize and figure out how they want to give back. A la John Cena. Go listen to what he says about being a single man with no kids. He has a partner, but she also wants to be with have no children. Listen to what he says about being here and what your purpose is. Your purpose is, girl, I'm not about to get into that. Let's listen to what MoniqueSamuels reflects on filing for a divorce. Let's see what she says. Dear future wifey, girl. What did he ask her? Let me see.
When you decide to file for divorce, how hard was that?
Not the music. Why did the music just come in like that? Come on, Monique, girl, spit it out.
5 minutes later.
It's very hard when you feel like that's the only option. You feel like you failed. You feel like not only did you fail the marriage, did you fail the family, did you fail your family who were riding on your marriage to be successful because maybe they couldn't have the relationship, and you fail people who have watched you on TV and think so much of the union that they see. You failed them. And not only did you fail all of those people, but you've also failed yourself. I felt like I failed myself. I feel like I could not reach the level of success that I intended for my life when it came to relationship. I felt like when I made my choice and walk down the aisle, that was the right choice. It was the choice that was aligned not only for me, but what God had set out for me. And it was what was designed for me. And sometimes what happens is when you're trying to find yourself and you're trying to live life authentically, the decisions that we think were God led, we realize were not. They were self led. They were ego led.
There
They
you
were
go.
led
There you
by
go.
factors that had nothing to do with being equally yoked.
When you decide to file for divorce,
it has nothing to do with nothing. There was a fantasy. It didn't have nothing to do with God. Nothing. It was you. It was you. It was you, my dear. But you learn. You live and you learn. Somebody said divorce is like a death and there's 7 steps to mourning. I think she may not be sure she did the right thing. What this lady do to y'all where no empathy or grace is extended? I didn't watch her show, but I mean, no matter what, it seems like she's right to grieve the loss and heal. The dramatic sigh and pause coupled with sad music made me keep on scrolling. Monique, please. Chris has moved on and she's still talking about this. She misses money. I'm tired of her. These comments are one of the reasons why people resort to suicide. Folks, get on spouting they never said anything. Why did they keep all of that bottled inside? Talking is healing. She was asked a question. Good Lord. She started what they called awakening and healing, growing dreads and wearing crystals. Them spirits ain't no joke. Anyone that has been married understands everything she's saying. You don't have to have been married down to the courthouse to understand that making decisions to be in relationships with people when you think that they were God led because some book has been programming you to feel, and you've been sitting in a front pew with a man telling you how you need to show up, and none of that had anything to do with nothing. None of it at the end of the day. None of it. When you realize you was operating under a programming to get into a relationship for everybody else, I was waiting for her to say it was me. You're doing this for everybody else. That's not authentic. To maintain a relationship, what is a failure is you staying in a relationship that doesn't serve you, that you know that you don't feel right in. Failure is keeping the marriage going when you know you don't want to be in it. That's a failure. And fuck what everybody else has to say. That's the problem. Society is pushing you into relationships, into ideas about relationships. And when you get into it, you're just like, oh, girl, this ain't it. Girl, what? I don't want to be phoning these big ass draws my whole life. I don't want to smile and not be the person who I'm supposed to be. This marriage doesn't allow me to do that. A failure would be to stay in a marriage for other people and to prove something to yourself. Shame and guilt play a role in that. Why people stay in relationships long after it's overdue. They don't want anybody to, they don't want to see, they don't want anybody to see that they have failed at something. You know how many people stay in relationships because they don't want anybody else to say, "Oh, you fucked up. You couldn't do it. You couldn't stay. Why did you just walk away? You didn't, go through the storms and all the shit that they be telling y'all to do." No, that's not authentic to me. Your identity, your purpose here, again, once again, we back here, does not have anything to do with you being partnered. But you're walking down the road, walking down the aisle, walking through life. It was something that, I don't know what, it was something that I was reading about not being alone, but not lonely. And it's like, you do all of these things. Being, and then it's the women in the comments like, oh, you've never been married, so you don't know. Marriage or a long-term relationship. Let me tell you something. Y'all marriages on average last a shorter amount of time than people who are not married. So yeah, maybe they do know something different. Girl, maybe they don't understand. There are so many people who have been in relationships longer than the average married couple. 8 years, right? We know people who've been together 13, 15, 20, 40 years, not married. But we also know the women that go back to back, and marriage is such a, what is it? A sanctity, or what do y'all be saying? And do it over and over and over and over again. Because girl, when you in it, it's like, girl, this is not it. But you keep doing it and doing it. We back to Khloe Kardashian. Why do you keep doing something over and over again and you see that that's not it? That is not it. I'm not doing this, and I'm not doing it for you. I'm not doing it for you. I'm not doing it for you. I'm not doing this for nobody. If it doesn't feel right, get the fuck out of it. Take the necessary steps to get out of it. Period. A failure would have been to stay in a marriage where you cannot be in a relationship, where you cannot be your full self. And you've contorted yourself into a goddamn pretzel, and now you can't get out of it. But you can, girl. You can. Stop caring what other people have to say. I stopped after the sigh because I knew she was about to babble. There's such a big thing to leave the life you've known because your husband wouldn't change and support your individual growth. Proud of Monique, because life is too short not to be happy. You don't get married thinking you'll be divorced. I understand this feeling. Even how do y'all, you are literally, let me tell you something. I don't care what y'all say. You are literally, when you get married to somebody, you are taking a risk, right? That's why the girl said, you'll be lucky to find a man, right? You'll be lucky to find a good man, right? It's a risk, a gamble. If I see that on average, half of the people that do what I'm about to do, on average, stay together 8 years, what makes you think you are going to be on the other end of the odds? What makes you think that? A fantasy? Honestly, I'm asking you, what makes you think that you are going to walk up to the fucking slot machine, pull the little lever down, and you are going to have something different after millions of people have done it, and we can see statistically and in the data, they cashing out after 8 years. I'm done. Girl, I can't do this. So what makes you think you're going to be the one to go further than that? Why? You haven't done nothing different. You're actually modeling and restructuring your marriages and relationships to be traditional. And we have seen over generations, at least 70 years, that it doesn't benefit the woman at the end of the day. And y'all are still trying to build houses on those failed blueprints. If y'all don't update your operating system, y'all better update them. Update them today. The institution of marriage, girl, is a failed institution. Like what's the name said, Cher said, you don't believe in the institution of marriage. Why would I want to be institutionalized? Girl, what?
You will never know the condition of a wife, girl. Ever. Right. Ever. Check. You don't have them now.
That sounds crazy. You want to be in the institution of marriage in a nuclear family? And doesn't anybody see how ridiculous that sounds? It sounds ridiculous. Well, Monique, I'm glad you reflected and you are trying to get to yourself. You were a little delusional the other day when you said something about, I don't know what she was saying about being on reality TV. I don't know. I feel like I failed myself. I feel like I could not reach a level of success that I intended for my life when it came to my relationship. I think a failure would be to stay in a relationship. All right, let's move on. Ooh. Oh, those are cute. Judge Mathis sued for allegedly threatening city employee who was blocking his driveway. I remember that. Didn't they get that on tape? I thought they had that on video. They suing him? Girl, it's a mess. Stephen A. Smith ESPN deal will reportedly give him $120 million plus a 6-year extension. Okay. Deal. Okay. I think we are done. Gervonta Davis announces his retirement from boxing. Good for him. Nick Cannon not sure he wants a vasectomy after fathering 12 children.
I just, girl, stop.
I'm not against it. You should go. You should, girl. You should get a vasectomy. Jennifer Lopez credits JamieFoxx with keeping her on In Living Color. Let's see what she said.
Person in the industry who's ever called my phone. I don't even know how he got my number. I can't remember. But he called my phone and he just told me to breathe. That's all I remember. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he said the word breathe while I'm on this balcony and I'm freaking out because JamieFoxx is on the phone. So I'm like, Jamie, you telling me to breathe, Jamie? How am I supposed to breathe? But that went such a long way when I hung up the phone and I realized that's all I had to do was take a deep breath in. Yeah. And I did. Yeah, it wasn't a career advice or anything, but it was just like a quick life moment. This is very funny. You know, why? Because Jamie and I got onto In Living Color in the same year. And we were the two new cast members. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have made it through that season. Crazy how I just brought him up. It just all people. Random. And that was when I first got to LA. Yeah. When I was in The Living Color, I used to run home every weekend because I was so lonely. I hated it. I missed my family. I missed my friends. Jamie and I, we became really good friends, and we're still friends to this day. Yeah. Honestly, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have got through that. Wow. Yeah, I might have moved back to New York, and none of this would have ever happened. We would not be here right now.
Wow. Shout out to JamieFoxx. Girl. The first comment. Now she want to acknowledge the Black community that helped her. Girl, JamieFoxx is not the Black community. I be trying to wonder what makes you actually put your thumbs on the screen and type that out. Now she want to acknowledge the Black community helped her. Girl, JamieFoxx is not the Black community. They wearing her out per usual. Oh, now she want to acknowledge In Living Color. What about how she treated Tommy Davidson? When celebrity lose a little hype, they come to needing Black folks. And yet you treated him like you didn't know him, J-Ho. I remember when it wasn't J-Lo, it was just, hey ho. I still like J-Lo. I'm not a hater. I just don't understand why she gets so much hate from all you big backs. Where were some of y'all on the cast of In Living Color? Oh wow, she acknowledged a Black race now to get out of that Diddy mess.
Don't try me. Did you just accuse me? I have never done drugs a day in my life. Are you kidding me?
Oh, now she knows her In Living Color castmates. My. She's a good actor. I'll give her that. If people asked her about that show, she'd answer. Not every place will acknowledge In Living Color. Nobody even brought up In Living Color. Brought up Jamie. She brought up In Living Color as what's his name? I forget his name from he played in the Central Park 5. He played the main character. I forget his name. They didn't even put his name in the caption. I thought they would because I can't remember his name. It starts with a J. The one who played the main character that was in jail for the longest, for the exonerated 5. But it's it's cute because he's wearing black and he has a white background, and she's wearing white and has a black background. Watch, you'll see when they pan out. They get them both in the shot. And it's for Entertainment Weekly. See? That's cute how they did that. All right. What else? Okay, let's see. Dr. Heavenly says there was a meeting to get Quad kicked off Married to Medicine. I think I don't know why y'all want to kick Quad off. Kick Quad off for what? That show, if it was just Simone, Jackie, and Heavenly and Toya, no Quad. I don't know. I don't know if the show, I don't know. Quad is really good TV. Quad and all her voices, honey. Miss Quad. She's good television. I don't know if the show would be, I don't know if it would be as entertaining. I'm really thinking like Quad not being there. Quad brings this kind of I don't know if it's youthfulness to the show. I don't know if it's youthfulness, but it's like color, vibrance. It's like a vibrancy. Like she's vivacious. Quad is dramatic and she does the scenes and girl and and all the stuff. And then she's fun. Like Simone is fun. I feel like Simone is fun. I feel like Jackie is just there for the, because she's an astute physician. But she was the last season. She came to work last season. Jackie did. Yeah, she had a lot to work after that video of her resurfaced. She had to work last season. I don't know. Let's hear what Heavenly has to say.
You put Quad off the show. That was my understanding of it, and they had a whole meeting about it. They called production saying, this person was going to do all that, this, that, and the other thing. This is before the new opportunities arrived, right? So they led the charge. The people told me, Jackie told me, okay, that they had a meeting, but they excluded me from the meeting because they thought I would tell Quad, right? I be talking too much, and I don't need to be on live, but I'm going to just say this and take it back. Jackie told me, and I called people and I said, no, we're not doing this with Quad. I will film with her. Fuck it. Y'all saying y'all don't deal with Quad, this, that, and the other. I will deal with Quad and I will film with her because I love Quad. And my whole thought process was, Simone, everybody else, people, if they get rid of Quad, fuck else they gonna come at next. But my thought process this too, and y'all can say it and take it back. Without me and Quad, there's no fucking show. I'm just saying that, and the people ain't gonna like me saying it, but I really do feel like that. What mess would y'all have? What situations would y'all have without Quad this season and without Dr. Heaven? Now you could say the little Lipton, but Lipton can't spill her tea without the people around her. So I mean, that's my letter charge.
Not Little Lipton. Little Lipton is not good. Little Lipton is not good television. Little Lipton is not good television. Girl, if you don't unclench your jaw, she don't even look like she's having a good time. Little Lipton don't even look like she's having a good time. Girl, I'm out. We're out of here. Denzel Washington Gladiator 2 becomes his highest grossing movie of all time. Girl, I didn't even see Gladiator. I didn't even go see it. It came out. Denzel Washington just reached a major career milestone with his performance as the villainous Macrinus in Ridley Scott's Gladiator 2, released November 22nd. The Oscar-winning actor, come on. The Oscar-winning actor has now secured his highest grossing film to date. According to Colander, the epic sequel to 2000's Gladiator has already earned $320 million worldwide, surpassing the $267 million earned by Washington's previous box office hit American Gangster, also directed by Scott. The movie has earned more than his popular The Equalizer series, whose first and third installments earned 192 and 191 million respectively. The success has pushed Washington's career box office total to pass a staggering $4.8 billion. If Gladiator continues its strong run, he could hit the $5 billion mark soon. Well, congratulations to him. He was giving Training Day vibes in this movie. He was the smoothest gladiator. Denzel is a phenomenal actor. I'm not surprised. Training Day of Rome. It was excellent. I want to go see it. I'm going to go see it this weekend. He was phenomenal in Gladiator 2. His performance was so fun to watch. This movie was fire, and I chose to see it in the theater because of Denzel. Yeah, I'm going to go see it in the theater too. I'm gonna go see it in the theater too. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments, y'all. I don't know what we talked about today, but thank you for watching all the way until the end. You get a prize. You get to like the video and share it. That's the prize. All right. Don't forget to like the video. See you in the comments. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Peace.